Hey guys, it's Sebastian from AskSebby, and today we are going to do a room tour of the Overwater bungalow at Intercontinental Lamona in Bora Bora. This is probably one of the best properties within the IHG group, and we're going to take a look at one of the better rooms. This will be a two-part video. The first half we're going to do the room tour, and then the second half we'll talk about some tips and tricks in order to find availability. If you're someone who has IHG points and you want to book this, I would strongly recommend staying for that latter bits. You might notice from the water as well as the sky that for the first few days that we were there, it was a bit rainy and cloudy and very windy. So the water is normally a bit more blue, and you'll notice this in the later videos for some other properties as the storm dies down. Final thing before we dive in is give this video a thumbs up, and also if you want to learn more about the Chase IHG card, a very easy way to support our channel would be to use the links that are on our website, AskSebby.com, as well as down below in the description box. Hello, welcome to the Intercontinental Lamona. This is the Overwater bungalow room. We'll take a look at all of the features, but let me shut the door first. So today is a bit of a windy day, so gonna be a bit tougher, but a lot of features here. One of the really cool ones, if you do want some fresh air, is popping these open. Popping these, I think only the bottom ones work. So it is pretty much the air outside, and then with it coming in, if you want some fresh air, that's a pretty nice way to get it. One of the really cool features of this room is that there is a sliding feature. So you can actually open this up in order to feed the fish, and there's a few lights that we're gonna show off afterwards where you can see the fish at night even when it's dark because there's lights there. I'm gonna go over here. Small TV, some other stuff, cups, coffee. Little fridge if you wanted to buy some stuff and put it in there, as well as coffee. If we back on over here, it's going to be the bedroom. It's a pretty big bed area and a bunch of doors if you want to separate out if you want to do some work. So this closes the bathroom side, and this closes out into the main area. If you turn around though, you get a pretty good view. Coming into the bathroom, we have a safe over there. One interesting feature that they mentioned is that if the safe is not closed and if you set it, then the housekeeping staff doesn't have an ability to come in, which is a pretty interesting feature and makes a lot of sense. We have his and her sink, some Deep Nature soap, toilet seat, and then you have a shower area over here as well as a tub. The benefit of this is that people can't complain about doing a shower test, so you can't be like, oh, I can't fit. Here you can fit by default. And also if you want to move this up, now it works for you. Or if you're a shorty. Oh, I'm Andy.
What?
And then this is to dry your clothes if you have some wet clothes from swimming. It's interesting though, I kind of expected a closing thing, but it's fine. Tub over here, more of a one-person experience. But if you want to relax, if you want to do some reading, pretty good place to do it. Amenities kits is pretty much everything you expect. Nothing out of the ordinary. Is that a toothpick? I guess the toothpick's kind of out of the ordinary.
That's not toothpick stuff.
What is that?
That's your
What are cubicles?
cuticles.
Some robes as well. Walking over to the highlight of the room, we have the overwater parts.
So you have to watch your head.
I do have to watch my head. Hey guys, it's VoiceOver Seb, and today we are taking a look at the outdoor part that is super windy for the day that we arrived. So there is an outdoor area with a bunch of different chairs as well as areas to relax if you want to enjoy the sun or if you really like the winds given the weather today. Down there is going to be the deck where a lot of birds have decided to make it their home. There is some poop, but they fly away, and then also the customer service team, the maintenance team ends up sending someone to clean that up for us, so that's not too big of a concern. And then you can lower your ladder to get into the water. So I think the idea is people can't really climb up into your deck if the ladder is raised. Part of that is also because this is one of the properties that are on the main island. So arguably, if someone was very cunning, they could just swim over from the shore and break into rooms if they really wanted to. I don't really think that's a concern though, but that's my guess. And also because the decks are higher than the water. That's probably the main real reason why they have stuff like that. One of the things you'll learn about Bora Bora is that you can't really control the weather, but if you are someone that wants to relax and have a great view, if you're someone who wants to go snorkeling, this is going to be one of the best places to do this. If you did like this part of the video, feel free to give this a thumbs up, and then we'll move on into actually booking a night here because I know there is a bit of confusion. And again, if you are someone who wants to learn more about the Chase IHG card and its sign-up bonus and how that can be used here, pretty easy way to support our channel would be to use links that are on our website as well as down below in the description box. One final thing too is that if you are someone who wants to do some snorkeling, which I would strongly recommend, you do need to pony up some additional money because that's going to be in other areas where you need to hire someone to do it. Well worth the $80 per person though, just because you're here already. And let's talk about finding availability for Bora Bora. So this is going to be one of the most confusing things for people, especially people new to the game, is that there is a bit of work involved. But it's pretty much the same level of work that you spend checking Facebook or checking basketball scores. First thing you want to do is to have this link ready. Maybe it's in an email, maybe it's in your toolbar, but you are going to be using it every single day. If you need this for whatever reason, go to the blog post down below and feel free to copy it. Blog post is going to be in the description box. The idea though is that you go here every day and you find availability. So this is going to take you 30 seconds or 1 minute every day, especially when you know where to look or what you're looking for. The first time you do it though, it is going to be a bit of a pain. So your first instinct is going to be going here and clicking view available dates. This is what a lot of people do, and they see that nothing is available. Go to September, nothing available. October, nothing available. November, nothing available. Well, this doesn't work here. You can't use points. This is all a scam. This doesn't work. Okay, I get that. It's not really that. It's the fact that their site is not very good. So again, nothing in August for Lamona. But if we change the date to the 12th of August, search, still nothing. We see some Tahiti ones down here. Let's change it to the 13 to 14. Still using points. Oh, nothing. So this is what I mean by the first time that you do it. It's going to be a bit of a waste of time, but it's something that you can do while watching Netflix or watching YouTube. You can probably do this while watching AskSebby videos. So we went to the 15th and now we see availability for Lamona. But the thing before was that when we saw the view available dates, we saw that nothing was available, but now that we know that's not really the case. This is available. Next step would be putting it into a spreadsheet so you can keep track of it. So August 15, 2019, Lamona. And you kind of go down the list. 16, 17. Oh look, more availability for Lamona. So you want to construct a trip based off when you want to go. But it is something that you do need to check because they don't make it easy. If you want to do Moorea or Tahiti, it's going to be a bit easier. I feel like Moorea is a better choice though. I haven't heard too many good things about Tahiti. Most people treat Tahiti as the place that you land to and then you connect into Bora Bora or Moorea or one of the other islands. So we did 16. Let's see how far we can go to create a trip. 17 to 18. Lamona is available. So for the 18th, we end up running into some trouble, but 1819 doesn't work. 1920 also doesn't work. 2021 doesn't work as well. So you have a few options here. Right now, you already have 3 nights. So you could wait and look for availability for the 18th and 19th in order to take advantage of the 5th night free if you have enough IHG points. Again, it's going to be 70,000 points per night. Or alternatively, you can just hop around properties, which is what I would recommend anyways, because if you're using points, you probably don't mind hopping around. Moving between stuff isn't going to be that bad of an experience. And let's say we look for October 1st as an example, just because something that isn't as close. October 3rd, we see availability for Lamona. So the idea is that you want to do this. It feels very stupid, but it's something that most people end up slowly constructing. So you end up having 1, 2, 3 nights, and then you look for the shoulder ones around the ones that you have. So if I had November 3rd, I would start looking at November 2nd and November 4th every day to see if any availability pops up. You don't need to do the whole search for everything every single day afterwards, but for the first day, you do want to see what's available. One other bad thing about the IHG site is that you can only find availability for these places 4 months out because they don't release it beyond that. So they do only have certain spots that are meant for points, so they don't open up everything to it. But I believe that sometimes if there is low occupancy, they do start to release a bit more. Your best bet, given this and given the fact that most people want to spend their points at these places, is that you want to either book for a trip that's coming up within 1 month. So if you can take vacation, if you can find a flight, if you have points for that, that works out pretty well. Or alternatively, you want to look about 4 months out. In the past, you could book 1 year out, but that's not really the case with the IHG site anymore. It's just a constraint with the system. So either use your points and play the system, or you can pay the cash rate if you prefer doing that. So let's go back for something where we previously found availability for points. Let's use money instead. And that's going to be about $700. All in once you factor in the fees, even with the member discount price. So let's say we select the rates. We see that it's going to be about $831 due to these other taxes and stuff like that. Using another example, October 3rd also has availability for points. So showing it again, October 3rd, 70,000 points. And if you want to use cash, yeah, still about $700 something. I've seen it go up to 1,000 during some specific times. I'm not really sure why. It's pretty much like other hotels where the supply demand is the main constraints. If you're someone who doesn't want to deal with this dance and who doesn't want to deal with the system, then feel free to pay the cash rate. But for me, I would rather use points. Thalassa is pretty much the same idea as Lamona, but less availability because people really like that property. Also, since the room that we got upgraded to was an overwater bungalow, I'm going to include the retail price for that one, which is about $1,100 once you factor in all the taxes. So 900 something before that, but the taxes do add up really fast. One of the big benefits of using points is that you're not going to have to pay these taxes because you're paying $0. $0 times 17% tax is $0. Hopefully that was helpful, and my question for you guys is, what are your thoughts on the property, and also how would you look to use your IHG points? What has been your best use case if you have used it somewhere else? If you do like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. I realize that one of the biggest problems people have is finding availability, and I feel like I walked through that process pretty thoroughly. If you know someone who's stuck with this, who wants a bit more help, feel free to share this video with them. It might be helpful for them. But otherwise, hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time.